congratulations, mate. Win number 14, fight number 14, win number 14 against a kid who his record says he's not very good. But you know something? I've watched him about 3 occasions, 2 of them being on the VIP shows just recently. The kid's a dangerous man.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly didn't come to lose tonight.
No, he never does.
So, yeah.
He had a fantastic fight with a kid who I rate highly, Levi Smith.
Yeah.
And he'd had a fight just a few weeks before with Lewis Wood, who I know from my way, he used to box my old amateur
Knocked him
gym.
down, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And then he knocked someone out.
The left hook in the 4th round.
Knocked someone out last weekend as well.
Well, that's what I was getting. He just picked up his first win, which was a KO win. I think it was Ryan Lukeman. Who was 2-0 at the time.
Yeah.
So this was a dangerous fight for you because, you know, you're at this stage where, you know, you're the Central Area champion. First of all, congratulations. I've not seen you since you won that.
Thank you.
But a dangerous fight for you to take because Daryl Tapfuma is a guy who naturally competes at least a couple of weights above where you know where you win titles at.
Yeah. We knew that he packed some power. It was heavier than what I fight at. His natural weight's heavier than what I fight at.
Of course it is.
But we didn't want to come into we're on a big fight next, I think. Whoever it may be. I think we're going to try for super bantam. We've done featherweight. 8 stone 10 I weighed in for 8 stone 13 I weighed in for that and made the weight very comfortably, so I think a good 8 to 10 week camp I think we'll be competing at super bantam. I think there's more opportunities out there and then we want a big fight next, so we knew that we couldn't come into an easy fight. Now I've not fought since October, so
since you won the title, did you ever fight afterwards?
No. That was my first my last fight is October. Won the title at featherweight.
Was that also the first time you competed 10 rounds?
Yeah.
So there was a few boxes.
Yeah, and first time I competed at featherweight as well. So that was there was a few boxes ticked that night. I showed a few people wrong. And I think that I deserve them big fights now, them big nights. So I didn't want to come into an easy fight now, even though I've had 4 months off. I wanted to come to a fight where it's not just someone that's going to cover up and not throw. I needed a tough fight, so I know. You needed
that fear factor, and he provided that, especially after, like you say, I think it was a TKO win in the 2nd round last time out. And like you say, we spoke on the phone, and I said to you that he's a lot better than his record. A lot better than 100%. His record.
Yeah, probably the best gentleman I've fought, apart from the one here 2 fights ago.
That was a great fight, that one.
Yeah, but like I say, he came to win. There's some that don't throw a punch, and I don't really learn much from that, and I need to start learning more in these fights for these big nights.
Yeah, but like you just said, you know, the weight difference, it's a big difference, especially at your weight. You know, you're fighting with a kid who's naturally going to be competing, over stone where you want to be at.
Yeah, and he's knocking people out that way as well. But I spar with heavy lads as well, and I'd like to say out like 14 fights, I've been hurt once from a shot, but didn't go down, stood my ground, and that's the only time I've ever been caught with a shot. And
was that perfect preparation then for when you went in? Because that was the fight that we're talking about, was here, where you did you get dropped in that or?
For a body shot. Twice in that fight.
So was that perfect preparation for your title fight then?
Yeah, perfect, 100%. Yeah, because I've gone from that was an 8 rounder. So I was going from 6, if I hadn't had that fight, I was going from 6 rounds straight into 10 against a game durable opponent who's won a Central Area at super featherweight in what's his name? Ken Salvin.
Yeah.
So he's won at super feather, so he's a tough, durable fighter, and I took a big jump from just fighting a journeyman straight into that fight. So I think that fight that I had here was a real test for me. And it taught me. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. Yeah. Like if you saw tonight, I had a strong fighter who fights at 9 stone 8 on my chest throughout the full fight, waking my body, hitting me in the body. But I dealt with it a little bit more than I did any other fight. I was more composed on the ropes, and I felt comfortable in there, whereas before I was leaning over and getting caught in the body every time. I was sat back a bit more now and having my elbows tucked in a lot better. And I think that I wouldn't have done that tonight if I hadn't had that fight. I think that fight that I had here taught me a hell of a lot.
So you feel like if at super bantamweight you could be a real dangerous man?
I think I could be a very strong super bantamweight, yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. When do you think this next fight's going to be then?
I'm not sure yet. I just wanted to get this out of the way before I even started thinking about fighting again. I'm going to get straight back in the gym on Monday. I'll speak to Steffi, see what he says and see what we can come up with.
Right, listen, Connor, it's always a pleasure to see you, mate. I was going to say to watch you, but I didn't see any of it. I was stuck in here talking to
I'll watch it tomorrow
Dave.
when you
I will watch it and be when I'm editing them together. But you always put a little smile on me. A beautiful boxer, that southpaw stance gives everyone a nightmare. And like I say, at super bantamweight, you could be a dangerous man, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Connor, you take care, mate.
Cheers, pal.
Congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
14-0.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.